trying the elephant trick for a while, I tell you that. I want to do that for a while. And if that water's cold... I tell you. You know what the godfather of all the illusionists, the guy who started it all off, of course, is Harry Houdini. Harry Houdini was the early part of the 20th century, the great escapologist. He would, escape from everything. And in my family, no one's in show business, me included, obviously, CBS. But my great-grandfather actually was an escapologist in vaudeville. He would, tour around the country escaping from stuff. He'd, boxes, padlocks, that thing. But I've always had this theory that he wasn't really an escapologist. I think maybe, his wife found a bunch of stuff under the bed. Said, "What are all these handcuffs doing under the bed?" He said, "Well, I've got a new job. I'm an escapologist." Really? All right. Why have you got a goose in your pants? That's America's new catchphrase, by the way, I think. Why have you got a goose in your pants? Anyway, all the escape artists, the magicians, the jugglers, they're all performers who use gimmicks. See, and when you're starting out in the show business as a performer, everybody tells you need to have a gimmick. You have to, start your act with a song or do some card tricks or get yourself some props. And a lot of the, not props, from your homies, I mean, things... I get plenty of props from my homies all the time. That's not what I'm talking about here. Props. And a lot of the stand-up comedians, they're very snobby about prop comedians. They don't like them, Carrot Top and stuff. I like Carrot Top. I think he's funny. It makes me laugh. It's just that I can't do it. I'm too lazy. I can't avoid... So my gimmick, I pretend to be Scottish. No carrying stuff around, just using a stupid accent. Seems to work fine for me. Now, of course, the most universally hated performer, even more than the pretend Scottish person, is the mime. Even mimes hate mimes. If you go and see a mime walks into a room, finds out there's a mime there, they go, "Oh, there's a mime here," and they leave. They hate them. And I hate them, the mimes, with a... There's just something vaguely French about the whole thing. Even worse, the mime was bad enough, the bowler hat, the flower, the little stripy T-shirt and everything, but worse than that is the new one, the guy who paints himself silver, puts on a silver bowler hat and then stands still for long periods of time. They're in every town in America, these guys. They're spreading like the bird flu. It's a silent epidemic. It's not like the bird flu. They're America's guilty secret. They're chlamydia. They're chlamydia. The chlamydia of performance art. I told you if we started the filth early, this is what would happen. You've no one to blame but yourself. Anyway, where you see a lot of these people is the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Scotland. Every year in August. This thing is fantastic. If you've never been to this, you've got to go. Every August in Scotland, they have the biggest arts and entertainment festival in the world. It's huge. The whole city's taken over by, jugglers and fire eaters and, people sawing their legs off for a laugh. It's been ruined recently, though, with the Peruvian pan pipe flute players. Look, too many of them. Shut up! At the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, there's a guy who follows people around. His act is like people in the street. There's a guy in Venice Beach in California does the same thing. He follows people around and he mimics their movements. Like you're walking down the street like that, he walks down behind you like that. And it's hysterical to see it until it happens to you. So once I'm walking down the street and I heard everyone laughing at me and I think, I'm probably doing the elephant and I don't know. So this guy is, what? I don't know how to get rid of him. So then I hit on the end. I kicked myself in the nuts. That's
Worldwide Pants.